Welcome back to Stitch Mania. I'm Mary Lisa, and I thank you for joining me through my journey in Stitch Mania. As I said in my first video, I had lost my passion for embroidery work just because there was so much going on in my life, and my mother had come down with she had dementia, and she recently passed this past fall, and it kind of just drained me. And she was one of my stitching buddies, as well as my daughter, who lives in Oxford, Mississippi. And Stitch Mania gave me a purpose, and through Stitch Mania I have stitched more and finished more than I have in a long time, and I want to thank the community for that love. Everybody on there has so much they shared, and it has given me so much encouragement, so much wonder. I have seen so many beautiful works and envious, so many new patterns and designers I had not heard of. My whole world seemed to have been turned upside down in Stitch Mania. And I've got some good friends, my friend Annette and Faye. They encourage me, and they are on top of me and get me going. And I have really come a long way from my barely stitching to I can't wait to stitch. I stitch all day, and I've got to get back to housework sooner or later. But this has been a unique experience. So first off, I want to thank everybody in Stitch Mania, at the community, for giving me just that gusto to do it. And in this video, I want to review everything I've done this month, show you what I've worked on, what I've finished. There's a couple, they're just that close to being finished objects, but they're not. But and some of the plans I have for the future. And the first thing I want to show, let me pause so I can pick it up. Well, I guess I can just do it just down here. The first whip I did was something my daughter had designed. She designed this work, the background, and it's a printed ground. And I am working on, these are the only stitches I've had so far on it, and right here. And it's Marabella pattern, and I think it's going to be beautiful. So that's one of my projects for this weekend, to finish out working on this and getting more done, because I believe if you see this on this pattern, this material would be beautiful. And my daughter's done a great job of working on this and getting this fabric the way it is. So that's one of my projects. Working on. Another project I'm working on, I actually bought 2 of these patterns, and as you can see, I got the ABCs done, and that's all so far. But I really like the fabric it's on. I believe it'll be really pretty. I think it's something I can work on a couple of days. I think I can get this done fairly quickly. I've got a seminar coming up at the end of June down in Kingsport, Tennessee, with my embroidery guild. The TVR is having their seminar, and I can't wait to go to that. And I'll probably take that with me. Another project I'm working on is this Prairie Moon. It's this piece right here, and I've got that much done. But I think I can finish this. This is like sleeping. I can do it before I go to bed. On one of my videos, you heard that I had lost my Molly, my lab fur baby, and I was doing this in honor of her, and I haven't done much more on it other than that. And I'm going to, in here, put Molly's name, right down in here. So this is I'm doing this in honor of my Molly, my lab baby. She was devoted, and she was a good stitcher. She stayed at my feet so much I tripped over her a lot of times. But I'm real excited about doing this piece, and hopefully I can finish that over the next few weeks. You'll see my progress. Let me stand up and get the rest of these pieces that I've worked on. This is, I believe this is by Snowflakes, and I'm doing this one here. And as you can see, I got quite a bit done on her. I did this on Wednesday, and so Witchy Wednesday, I found out that's another thing, you know, I've got to learn what to work on each day. So this is one of those right there. This next one, I don't have the chart for it, but it's Gentle and Kind. It's done in silk, and I was so upset. I ran out of this color, Beanstalk, and I ran out of this color. I've got the other colors to finish it, but I need one more strand of, I got another row of, I got to finish this up here, and then I got another row that goes up underneath it. Then I got to finish the peak on this. Just that shy of having enough thread. But I've called, I'm going to Conway, Arkansas this weekend to a place called the Stitcher's Garden, and they have my pieces, and I will be finishing this up because this is like, I just got to put my initials here and 2 hearts, and this will be done. I'm really happy. And let's see, my next piece I started on Memorial Weekend. It is, I can't show you the chart because I don't have a picture of it, but it's a queen. In my next life I will be a queen, and this is as much done on it. I'm going to finish these reds before I put it the white, and I'm going to put some blue on here. It goes, and I'm going to coffee stain it. I think I need to coffee stain it. I don't know why. It's just, I haven't done another coffee stain since my first project. So, next, and I've got something, and I'm not positive about this. I kind of stopped on it. The Long and Winding Road. Is this, according to the pattern, it said over one strand of thread over 2, and I'm not sure that's giving it enough depth, so I'm kind of like backing off right now. I think I'm going to rip it out and start over with the 2 strands, because if I look at the pattern it looks like 2, but maybe I just don't know how to read right. But I've got the other one coming for that pretty soon, so I'll be finishing that, working on that in the next few weeks. But let me back this up a little. Somehow I got it pulled up. This project I started just recently. It's Birds of a Feather, the Sally Spencer sampler. And I was just drawn to the colors. They're really pretty. And I'm doing the hashtag Mustang Sally samplers and documenting what I'm doing on it. And this is what I got done on it so far. I mean, look at beautiful red. Just jumps up at you. And all this is working well together. I'm really excited. I'm really happy about this. I wasn't a sampler person, and then all of a sudden I just got into samplers. Who knew? The next thing I did on a Witchy Wednesday, which is when I found out about it, the shoe fits wear it, and I haven't done much more on that, but this is what I've done so far on it. And on Wednesday I'm going to work on this and the other one, the little girl frog hat. So that's my Wednesday projects, and hopefully you'll be seeing a finished product pretty soon on that. This project is another prairie moon, and it's this, and I've done that much of it. I've lost my threads, so I have to find some more threads to put together with it. And you tie it with this, I guess, on the back, so it's laughed often, which you need to do. So this is wonderful. Now I want to show you my finished projects. Give me a second and I'll move them forward. I am really happy to show you my finished projects. This is something I haven't done in a long time. Usually, no matter how big the project, takes me forever to finish. This is a prairie moon. It's a pincushion, and it's Joy. I did this today, in fact, and isn't it pretty? Yeah, I did it in overdye that I had, and I had this from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to fix it up like they have into a pincushion and do some stuff like that. So I'm really cute. It's really cute. Thank you. This is one of the first projects I did. Season's Greetings. I am going to make this into a Christmas ornament. Oh, it looks like it's walkie walk, but I know this is fine. It's just that I'm holding it walkie. But I really like the red bird on there, and this was really, really easy. And when you do something like this, you got to make sure you count right, because they have to make sure they come around and match. And I know I had to back out of that one a couple of times. This, I'm working on putting it into a trifold. And I've got to move these over. That's the other thing. I don't like, for some reason I put them too close to that. As you can see, they're not balanced. So, but this is going to be a trifold to go in my beach house whenever I get one. And this was something, I think I messed up on it, but it was a 2015 Nashville sampler special with Hoffman's, and I forgot the other people, but this really came out. I think, though, I was supposed to make this into a pincushion, and this is a sampler. I did it all together, but that's okay. It's mine. I can do whatever I want. But it turned out really pretty. The colors and everything are gorgeous. Like I said, I'm into samplers for some reason. I don't know why. This is a project I did in memory of a lady. I went to a retreat in the spring, and a lady from my local guild chapter, Marge Sanders, had passed away, and she was a part of this retreat group, and they handed out this pattern from Snowflower Diaries. I will be there. Whisper my name. Just whisper my name in your heart, and I will be there. Well, my mom had passed away first, and then Marge did, and I did this in memory of both of those ladies. And I wanted it as a frame weight so I can always take it with me. And I couldn't figure out what I wanted. Some people said put sand, put BBs, put rice, put beans. I was afraid to put rice and beans in because that might attract varmint animals, and I've got too many of those. And BBs, I went to go get some BBs, and they're heavy. So, and sand I thought may not do well. So I picked up these. They're precision BBs. They look like the ceramic or whatever, but I put 3 bottles of those in here, and I can still pick it up, but it has weight to it that would help me with my frames whenever, when I need them. So the only other thing that I was thinking is I might put this trim around it, but I haven't made my mind up, and I think it's fine the way it is. But this was I started this the very first day of Stitch Maynia, and it was the first project I finished, and I was so excited to do this in honor of the 2 ladies that I respected highly. They were both gifted stitchers and just wonderful, lovely people to know. And now I can always remember them when I see this. So that was one of the good things. But one of the things, I didn't do a project each day. My goal was to try. I had planned out one for every single day, but it really was not about starting the projects. It was really about gaining my adventure into stitching again. I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed it, but I just didn't have yes, that's right, baby. I'm sorry. I just didn't have it in me anymore. And Stitch Mania made me, I got a commitment. If I've got a commitment, I'm going to do it. So I started a project. It was more about the journey on starting a project, picking a project out, and saying, I am going to stitch this and finish it. Do as much as I can in one day. And then a couple of these I got so excited about, I stitched it instead of a new project. And that's okay, because it's all about the stitching, not the goal. I mean, the goal is to start a project, yes, but to get it back, to get a passion, to get the excitement about starting a new project, and to, like for me, finishing a project and why I finish a project. I can, so thank you, Stitch Mania. I'm going to continue my videos every week, so that I may have, I can show you what I'm doing. They may not be long videos, but there's something, about talking to you guys about my stitching passion. And I'll share with some of the finishing I did. I've watched other videos. I think it's stitched, I won't say it because I know I'll get it wrong. So I want to thank everybody. I am no longer stitching the blues, but I'm from Memphis. We stitch the blues. We're always singing the blues here. But I have a smile in my heart, and I thank you for listening to me. Leave me comments if you like, and I just love to hear from you. And thank you for joining me. Next time I'll go over my new purchases. I'm trying to slow down. I have, as you know, everybody has so many. And one of the things I want to do, I think, in the next couple of weeks is review all of my works in progress, my whips, my pigs, and pick one and work on it. I've got one project I had started in '99. It was a group correspondence course in the EGA, and I got halfway through. It's white work. It's Hardanger. It's Ukraine work. it's Ukrainian work is what it is. But my father had passed away, and there again, I just couldn't bring myself to finish it. So it's packed up. I just hope I can find the instructions, and I'll let you know. But there's so many other projects here that I've started. I've even purchased projects from other members of my chapter that they decided they weren't going to finish it. And I said, oh, how dare you? I love them. I'm going to finish it for you. They're in there. So with that, I want to say thank you for joining me, and I'm Stitch the Blues. I'm stitching the blues in Memphis along the river, and keep on stitching. Goodbye.